What's up, you guys? We have the very unique challenge right now of it being sunset. So I'm casting some weird shadows. Sorry, I'm in front of the window. It's gonna tint my glasses a little, probably. It's gonna make for some funny visuals. But you know what, honey? I cannot control the sun. You gotta let go of the things you can't control, right? Right. Anyway, this book review is going to be on One of Us is Lying. This one. So I'm sure if you read a lot, you've seen this book in the streets. You've seen this book around. It is a Peacock show. I want to say now. So the book follows four main characters: Bronwyn, Nate, Addie, and Cooper. They are four students who were in detention with another student named Simon, who ends up passing away. Simon runs a gossip blog, so consider like the Shade Room, but for high school and people's secrets. So he's posting people's secrets publicly, basically ruining their high school lives. So the police and, the rest of the world, because this ends up going on the news and stuff like that, are suspicious of the four students who are in the classroom because they all had posts coming out about them. And Simon died of suspicious circumstances. He died from ingesting peanut oil. All the EpiPens are removed from the school. So everything that could have saved Simon ended up not being available to save him, and it was just suspicious that all these kids who had a post coming out were in detention, etc. So it is on the reader to follow these four students through their journey of figuring out who's lying. One of us is lying, and who killed Simon. So that's their journey, their whatever. A book. Definitely a good ride. Definitely a little if you're not into young adult that sort of thing, then this may not be for you. But it was a really, 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 really great mystery book, but not in this like a Ruth Ware twists till the end type of book. It was very much so, wait, who did it, to the very, very end. Like, it's one of these characters, but you don't know who, and you don't know who up into the end. But also you end up really liking, or at least I did, ended up really liking all of the characters. Like, there wasn't one that I was like, man, so-and-so is trash. Like, I didn't have any moments like that. I thought all the characters were really lovable, to the point that I was like, what if it is one of these characters? I'm gonna be hurt, right? So really well done. You're guessing to the end. It kept me engaged. I made a point of finishing it. I rented it on Overdrive. I didn't buy it. I finished it fairly quickly. And so I rented it. I listened to it. Similar to a Lucy Foley book, every character has their own voice, and I loved that. Honey, like, I love, like, there are great voice actors that can voice different, different characters or whatever. So like, currently I'm listening to the Final Gambit in the Inheritance game series, and that voice actor, she switches for each character, but there's something special about getting a different voice actor for each character. I love that. It's well done in this book. Each voice is distinct. Yeah, so definitely check it out if you're into that sort of murder mystery thing. This is a true blue murder mystery. It is set in a high school. I can't think of any trigger warnings. There's alcoholism, drug abuse, suicide. So if those are some of your triggers in a school, mild school shooting content, but if those are some triggers for you, skip it. Yeah. So I think that's it for just my general review. Check it out. Everything beyond this point is going to have some mild spoilers in it. I'll, give it a minute before I get into the heavy spoilers. But there is one thing that I do want to discuss. Something that stood out to me. So the story is also a show on Peacock now, which great. A lot of these great books are being turned into shows. I love that for authors. Love that for y'all. I'm gonna put the cover on the screen here probably because this side looks like it has more room. I'll put the cover on the screen, and I will say that in the book, the only described minority is Bronwyn. They describe Bronwyn as being part Mexican. Her dad is, I want to say, maybe not Mexican, but Hispanic. That is the only described minority in the book. Okay? Full stop. That's the end of that sentence. So, but Peacock chose to make Cooper's character, who is described as blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and Southern, into a black guy. And I am curious what the decision-making process for that was. Only because normally I don't mind. I understand that shows need to get their minority quota to like make it whatever, like they want to attract more viewers, right? So they're like, oh, if we put a black person in here, maybe more black people will watch. But I'm curious why they chose Cooper as that character, and I felt like it would have been better served for the plot and the story, if you've read the book, for Cooper to have remained white. Well, because I mean, and this is just my personal opinion, honey. So if you don't like it, log out, girl. Hit the dislike button. But I just feel like it would have been better served if they had kept what sounds like a mildly racist, bigoted father character. I think it would have been better served to have kept him white, because it just sounds like, so Cooper's character ends up being gay. Spoiler alert. That was his story that was coming out. I don't know if I said that already. His story on Simon's app that the police thought that he was, murdering Simon for, was that Cooper was gay. So but his father in the book ends up being so anti that lifestyle and like, can't look at Cooper, can't do this, can't do that. And I felt like it would have been better served if they had kept that bigoted white man a bigoted white man. Why do we have to make that character black? And like the other male character didn't seem like that was a good fit either. But that's why you don't force characters into boxes they don't need to be in. But the thing is, I haven't seen the show. Maybe they do it beautifully. Girl, I don't know. But that's my thought on that. It just seemed like an interesting choice. And some other things I want to say about the plot is that I love how Addie came through at the end, honey. Like, Addie was like, nope. It's like her and Jake went toe to toe, and she came out on top because she was a rider. She was a roller. She knew what was right. And at the end, she was sticking up for herself. And good for you, sweetie. Good for you. I also so towards the end, I started to suspect Janae. I thought maybe she was behind all of it. I didn't suspect the way that it did play out, but for a long, long time, I was suspicious of Janae, and I just want to give myself props that Janae ended up being somewhere in the mix. What else did I want to say? I'm glad that in the end, Nate got over his insecurities and decided to talk to Bronwyn, because, boy, what you doing? If she's making a dumb decision, let her make the dumb decision, and then you all go your separate ways another time, honey. Okay? Okay. But yeah, definitely check the book out. My only gripe is, I'll throw the cover up here so you can see it. I just felt like they didn't need to force a minority on this character, and I felt like the story would have been better told if the character had remained white, simply because of you know, who his father was, basically. I felt like it would have been more profound if you'd stayed white. But whatever, you know, it's not my show. You do what you want to do, Peacock. I'm sure you're raking in the views for it. But that's my review. Definitely write in the comments who you thought it was. I definitely didn't see it going the way that it went, but I'm glad that it went that way, because honestly, Simon was a problem. The whole book, Simon was a problem. So I'm glad it went that way. But yeah, great read. Check it out. I'd give it an A. I've got some more reviews coming out soon. Yeah, I already told you I'm reading The Final Gambit. So I'm going to do a whole review on that whole series, but definitely a focus on The Final Gambit. I'm also reading She Means Well by Quinta Brunson. So stick around, hit the like button and subscribe. Watch this video back so I can get some hours, honey. Those YouTube hours, those watch hours, they're hard to get. Right. Thanks. Bye.